Um, you're an on-air personality. The first question would be, what is the general perception from your experience of traditional white garment churches? What is the general perception from your experience of the CCC, the CNS? Okay. The second question would be, how can the church leverage effectively on communication in general to be able to reach the farthest places in the world in the most effective manner?
Okay. Well, I'd like to thank everybody for being here. I'm happy that I'm seeing a full house. I don't want to take so much time because it looks like I have just 10 minutes. But I want to ask you one question. Before I ask that question, I don't expect an answer, but I just want to tell you something. Now, Dr. Kule Hamilton has known me all his life. And if I am sure he crafted that question for me to be asked. And one thing he knows about me is if I can't tell the truth, I'll keep my mouth shut. So the first thing I want to ask you, do you want to hear the truth? I can't hear you well. Do you? Very good. Let's all keep quiet. I'll break it up. The first question he asked me is, what is the perception of the Celestial Church and the cherubim and seraphim? So, but since the cherubim and seraphim people are not here, let's leave them out and face the celestial, the one that concerns the Celestial Church. Some of them are here, okay, but they're not in majority. The perception of the Celestial Church outside is not good. There is a need for the church to repair its image very, very quickly. The stories we hear outside, infighting for money, spiritual confusion, spiritual confusion, and like it has affected all other religions and affected all professions and all of us, there is a lot of commercial activity, and I'm being polite in saying that is going on not just in the Celestial Church, but also in the country generally. But the church has a duty to make a good example. We are not getting it. Not just the Celestial Church, the churches are involved now in creating more confusion than letting us have a peaceful environment. Every day I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to look at the papers before I do my program at 7. It's confusion galore. Starting from the other day I read the Anglican bishops in some eastern zone were saying that the CJ should be removed because of the judgment concerning governorship. That's not the job of the church. That is jeung, I hope you understand what I'm saying. All of you are quiet. You said you wanted to hear the truth, and I'm giving it to you. That's why you are quiet. The church, so that I don't take too much of the time, the church needs to redeem itself. There is something called change in life. The church can no longer operate when the great one, or Shofar, got the prophecy and started the church. The church cannot continue to operate that way. The first problem is accountability. When I talk about accountability, I don't even talk about money. Spiritual accountability. Where if you meet a prophet or whatever, you will know that his message is prophetic. That is the first instance. Don't forget that generally people look at the Celestial Church and the Cherubim as spiritual churches. That is why most people, I don't know about the young ones, but the people in my own generation, that's why they left their conventional churches to go to the Celestial Church. And then that now translates to all other things. Struggle over leadership, fight over money, and the image of the church is bad. But it can be rectified. And that is why, to be honest with you, Ordinarily, I don't do public speaking. I think what I do on radio from Monday to Friday is enough. But I cannot lay down. Do you know why? Not just because he's like a brother to me, but because I can see him moving in another direction. And I can see that he is ready to instill a change in the Celestial Church. For your information, I was a member of the Celestial Church 25, 30 years ago for about 3 months. Let's just say for about a year. I got in through the gentleman from Elephant and Castle in the UK. All right? And they started a small parish at Antony Village in the house of this National Bank gentleman. So they were a small family of about 30. And all of them came from the UK here. So the values were different. So it was easy for me to align with them until I turned 40, because I come from a Muslim background. Until I turned 40, I decided to become an Anglican. That's another story for another day. To now answer you very quickly, so I don't take too much of the time, what Dr. Hamilton has started needs to be replicated all over. And the people who will do it are not the old men who are stuck in their ways, who for their reasons will not allow a change for the better. It's for you young people. The job is in your hands. Do not just stay here. You too, go and replicate what is happening, and let's see a new Celestial Church develop and grow. That's the best I can say in 10 minutes that I've been given.